All right, Shalom. I think we're rolling. Yeah. All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, by
Yahweh
Shimei
Shem
Shah,
Shah
by
Shem
Shimei Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And a sincere shalom to the Akin that's out there pushing the sincerity and the truth and sound doctrine. We're gonna make this video as quick as possible. Just kind of bring out a few scriptures on this hell doctrine, right? I recently been, they got types of video games and movies about how what it kind of depicts on about what hell is supposed to be, and as I be looking at that stuff, I I be thinking about the Christians, and them believing in the hell doctrine, thinking that there's a actual place like that,
If we
you
tell
know,
them, and the funny part is, we tell them there's no such thing as hell, and then all of a sudden they want proof on it,
right,
which is in a sense okay, but y'all act like y'all really want hell to exist.
right. And before we get into it like that, hell is only a condition. We're in hell right now.
Yup.
Hell is all hell is grave.
Actually, what Esau depicts having hell to look like is what we're seeing right now.
Right. Or they got different depictions of it. And then like when I see that stuff, it's like Christians have a really sick mind. You have to have a really sick mind to think that some place like that, like demons doing all types of stuff to you, and then burning you for forever. But yet Christians will be the main ones say that that God is a Jesus is a loving God is a loving God. So why would he what is that?
That's hypocrite.
Right, like
that's a hypocritical thing.
right. We say the Lord is a man of war, and He could do whatever the hell He wants. He can make a place like that. There are places kind of like that in real life right now, like you said on Earth. But to make a place exactly like that, and then you're like you gotta have a really sick mind to even believe in something like that. To even believe in something like that, you gotta have a sick mind. And Christians are these so-called Christians. They're fake Christians. They're not even real Christians. These so-called Christians, they're sick anyway. They're sick mentally and physically. You know, obviously we are too, but I mean they're sick on another level.
Yep.
So I guess we go just kind of going to roll with the scriptures this video. Basically, these people having believing in that is having another god. That's another god because now you're believing in Satan. Satan got his place, the Lord got his place, and they do. But the Lord is got all the places.
Exactly.
they Christians
There's
they
no
think
separation.
right. They think that okay, Satan is fighting against God, and why would if
That gives Satan too much credit, as we usually say.
that's all Christians do.
Even when we're out there and we talk to people, or we even hear church people say, "Oh, that's Satan doing things."
They're like, no, that's
Satan doing everything.
and if it is Satan, is all the Lord.
Yeah, well, you saying that it's Satan. Satan is saying it's the Lord.
Right. Even if exactly, even if you may be right, maybe it is Satan, but it's ultimately the Lord.
Yeah, but they believe in Satan more than
the
God.
Lord. Yeah. I'm like, man,
So-called God.
like
But
you
God's
telling
power.
me there's scriptures in there that say that He created good and evil. That means He created all things. He created all things. You telling me He's having war with His creation? He's not Esau. Come on now. So that's Exodus 20:3. It says, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth." Right? What's that saying? No other gods before Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Nothing. It don't matter what it is. Nothing. You don't put nothing before the Lord, because the Lord is the one that does everything. The Lord is the one that created everything. Everything. He's the one that can count the amount of strings in your head, man, in your hair. He's the one that could do all that. He the one that can number sand. And to say that everything's Satan's, no, man. But that shows how unspiritual Christians are. And now, by the way, we in the time of this Corona thing, and just a little side note that everybody's Christian now.
Every a lot of people Christian.
Yeah, everybody, and it is nerve wracking because it's like, okay, all these years you ain't never picked up a Bible a day in your life, and now all of a sudden you faithful. You're a Christian. Now you believe in God.
That's that waiting until the last minute.
You're right.
Gone from atheist to Christian.
Right.
Wait, I'm sorry. Went from Christian to atheist back to Christian. Because you got people that was Christian that fell off of it, and now they back into it.
And if you ain't Christian, you're just a faithful person. Okay, well, you got to prove that.
Yeah,
you got to prove that.
Like them people that was praying over the homeless heads.
Yeah. You gotta prove that. The Lord said, "Pray not thou for this people," because this stuff has to happen. So you over here calling yourself praying over a homeless man proves that you're not faithful.
Well,
proves that you're not following the laws of the Most High, man.
That's why he said pray not for these people, because of those exact reasons. Because why would we want to pray for you people?
The Lord made these people homeless for a reason.
Not even that, but for the simple fact that y'all people are fake anyways.
Exactly.
Y'all want to be 1 minute y'all want to be this, the next minute y'all want to be that, then y'all want to come back to this. Which is it?
Another example of fake ass people. Excuse the language, but hey man, we got to bring it out. Cause right now I don't give a goddamn about language because we in a time of serious prophecy. Yep. Speaking of these fake ass people, right? You got these people walking around here. Yeah, you gotta pray for others. You gotta care for others. You gotta care for the children. Go in the grocery store and look how much food is on them goddamn shelves, and you tell me how much you fucking care, man.
As far as I remember, since when did people start caring? Because last time I checked, people was talking shit on each other left and right. People killing people left and right.
Niggas still shooting each other.
Right. So where's the caring come from? Where did the caring come from all of a sudden? Because back before all this started, that was no word about caring about anybody.
And you need
except for in the church with that love doctrine.
And what's sad is, if you do have somebody helping you, need a coronavirus to do that. Proves how fake people are, because if this never existed, whatever. Or if this goes away, whatever. Mm-hmm. People gonna go right back to the way they was. But I'm gonna keep pushing it. Ain't nothing going back to the complete normal after this shit. I'm just gonna let
After everything, every time something bad happens, it never recovers.
It never does.
How people still haven't recovered from that whole 9/11 crap.
Right.
Because they still using that as a memorial thing.
Right.
I'm gonna get a scripture real quick. This is Isaiah 44:9. It says, "They that make a graven image are all of them vanity." Them graven images is, of course, that cross, number one. But that, what y'all people, them false doctrines. That whole hell doctrine, that's a graven image. Y'all really believe in this.
That shit's definitely a graven image.
Here we are telling you people that there's no such thing as hell except for the one that we're enduring right now. But yet, y'all people really want to believe in that doctrine like it's going to really mean something. Like, do y'all want to go into that hell?
And the Lord going, and again, I know the Lord can do whatever He wants, but the Lord deals with decency and in order.
Yep.
You telling me He going to take His creation, right? His creations, because we're His creations. He created every single thing on this earth. Every single planet, whatever you could think of, everything that you see right now, the Lord created it. Mm-hmm. You telling me He going to take His creation and burn it in hell forever?
Yep.
Throw His creation in a pit and burn it? Would you do that?
I'm gonna get to the point on this one.
I mean, it's just like the earth, right? The earth is His creation. Esau keeps trying to destroy it. Leave it to Esau, he will. But Esau keeps trying to destroy it, and the earth is getting cleaner.
Yeah, that's something. I'm gonna get to the point of this one actually, because it says, "And their delectable things shall not profit, and they are their own witnesses." So y'all really, y'all haven't even been to hell to even believe in it. Number one. Not saying that you can't believe in heaven, but the Lord makes all things. We're telling you this.
Well, I mean,
what has Satan made?
Right.
Not a damn thing. But yet y'all want to believe in this whole hell doctrine that's not profitable.
It's like, where in the Bible does it talk about? What does it talk about? A pit a fire that's going, you being thrown in a pit of fire and you're going to burn forever.
I haven't seen it.
You know?
It says. That's why y'all making up your own witness. Y'all, like it says here that, and they are their own witnesses. Y'all making up stuff that y'all haven't even seen, but y'all going to confess to it. And it says they see not, nor know. Y'all haven't been to see. Y'all haven't been to hell or not to know that they may be ashamed. It says here, who have formed a god or a molten image that is profitable for nothing. That's a question mark. Y'all making up this whole hell doctrine thing, and it's not profiting you anything. This whole Christian thing hasn't profited anybody. Because y'all still haven't got nowhere. Y'all teach the love doctrine, then y'all teach the hell doctrine, which is totally contradictory to each other.
Yep.
Because it doesn't make sense. Y'all being hypocrites, and y'all got nowhere. Because guess what? The people are still retarded. And I'm putting it plain like it is. You still got niggas walking around shooting each other. You got women being beasts, because they're not actually women nowadays. They quick to gossip about the other bitch.
I wouldn't even call them whores at this point. They just completely they gone. So are the niggas, man. They gone. Y'all, man, they gone too.
The church sure as hell haven't helped the children.
Hell no.
The children still grimy, more grimy than their fucking parents are.
Yeah.
Then they grew up, had children, go to church. Then their children more grimy than they are.
Yeah.
That's how we see the generation falling deeper and deeper into a ditch. Y'all have the nerves that wanted to say y'all want the fathers back inside the house. After how many years?
Hey, you put the fathers back in the house, that shit probably gonna make it worse. Right about now.
And the funny part is, it's not even. You see more women in churches than you do men.
Yeah.
When men are out, not even in that church. A lot of men not even out in their children's lives, or they are, and they just doing some wicked shit. Because 9 times out of 10, which we seen and we know that church ain't meant for us.
No, it's not.
That's why you don't see a lot of guys gravitating to church, except for guys that always had the women tugging them in there. But a lot of grimies, a lot of your average Joe niggas walking around ain't in church. A lot of you women that protested to this thing is in church. And we seen how y'all turned out. Y'all turned out worse than anything. Y'all had the nerve to claim y'all holy, and y'all just a bunch of whores yourselves.
And Israelite women, is the quote unquote Israelite woman, women fall into that category too. Y'all supposed to be y'all know the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Y'all know what the hell y'all supposed to do with far as y'all men and or not y'all men, but your husbands or whatever. And yet y'all still on the comment board trying to correct men on scriptures. Stay the hell off the comment board, man. And see, this is exactly why. Well, everybody wonder why all this prophecies are happening. You can name a whole list of prophecies, and it's like, goddamn. You got you got Corona, you got all these. Not even just Corona now. I mean, you got all these different diseases out right now.
The lockdown thing.
You got the lockdowns. You got the shutdowns. You got the
Isaiah 24:11.
Yeah, I mean
the stores closing down.
Yeah, you got the military here now. You got there's so much stuff. You got tornadoes. You got blizzards.
Natural disasters.
Yeah, you got blizzards happening. Over there in California and some other places too. You got it's all types of. You got the locusts. The locusts down there in Africa. Just tearing up. And everybody wonder why all this stuff is happening. Because the Lord said He want to destroy this place, man. The Lord getting sick and tired of this place. The Lord is not playing around. This is light work. What we going through with this Corona thing. This is light work. This is light work. That's why we gotta pray to be prepared, man. This ain't nothing yet.
Nope.
This ain't nothing yet. We'll wait to see what happens. This could escalate, or it could just die down.
And then it'll spark right back up.
It'll spark back up even higher
when the next pandemic come in.
Yeah, or it could be something worse than the pandemic happen. It could be something far worse than the pandemic happen. That's the way this shit rolls, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, as you see, Esau does it slow. He does it slow. Okay. Y'all wait till that, you know, man, you people, y'all just wait until that fear hit, man. Man, it's gonna be something to see these black bitches crawl on their fucking knees, man. You niggas too.
Yeah.
You know?
I was say black people
in general, man. These people in general, man. Like just, you know, the heathens, our people. Just people in general, man. They all our enemies right now. You know? It's
That's what we've been prophesizing and teaching this word for.
Years. Even before we've been, you know, years.
Yeah,
I think since the 60s that this truth first came out.
Either that or the 70s, either one.
But guess what? Teaching the word and they still walk by and now they see what's happening. So now they want to start crying for us.
Now everybody's faithful. Now everybody's saying, "Oh my God!" The tornado in Arkansas. Oh my God! Oh my God! They was looking at it. Mm-hmm. Oh my God!
I see it.
Oh my! And that was a big ass tornado too. Mm-hmm. And that shit was fast too. That was probably one of the fastest moving tornadoes I ever seen. I don't think I've seen too many tornadoes move that fast. And it was tearing up too.
See, everything's swirling around it.
Yeah.
All the debris.
Yeah, the tornado in Tennessee. That was a big one. And I'm like, these tornadoes seem like they're getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah. There's going to be nothing left.
Until it ain't going to be nothing. You've seen how, tornadoes are definitely a force of destruction. For them to be just tearing up buildings like that, that shit is crazy.
And the funny thing is, the Lord don't even need to use Esau's any technology just to do it. He uses things from the earth. Tornadoes, all it is just wind.
That's a natural disaster, and like I think you said, them things just form out of nowhere.
Like tsunamis, you got strong wind and water.
Right.
Fires, all it needs is a spark and some gas. Wind, it don't need nothing. It just forms itself.
Yeah. It just you see this, you feel a little bit of wind, and then that's when you see this big funnel cloud up in the sky. I was like, oh shit, that thing is about to come. Sometimes it won't. Like I know we had a few funnel clouds fly over us in the past. I believe I actually seen one.
Like last year, I believe.
Yeah, those shits are no joke. Mm-hmm. I mean, I looked out the window one day and I seen that black ass funnel cloud, and they're dark too.
Oh, when I was walking home from that place, I don't like saying that place. Shit, it's a prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked up, I saw that. I was like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah. Or it was one not too long ago when it looked like it was trying to come down, but then it went back up. It just kept doing this, going up and down until it just went away. It was quite a few times here in Baltimore we seen that. It was like, hey man, the Lord ain't no joke, you know. But this is 1 Corinthians 10 and 20. But I say that that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not to Yahweh. And who are the Gentiles? The Gentiles they could either be non-believers or they're just a heathen nation.
Which,
you know.
If you read that scripture again.
Yeah. But I say that I keep messing up on that part. But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not to Yahweh.
Which primarily the primary Gentiles will be our people.
Right.
2/3. Because
exactly, you that's a good point because speaking of it getting dark, the heathen nations can't
sacrifice. Well,
they can't
worry about their own gods.
Right. Right.
It's our people that want to claim on the whole God of Christianity and stuff like that.
Right.
But sacrificing them to Esau.
Right. But nations like Esau, they can't. They're a sin anyway. Mm-hmm. You know, the Lord is not dealing with them. So it's like they even if they do try to learn the Hebrew heritage and say Yahweh Shem Yahweh, the Lord's not hearing them because the law is not given to Esau, it's given to the Israelites.
That's right.
You know, it's not given to these heathen nations, so it's only given to the Israelites. Mm-hmm. You know,
and so they comes in talking about our people.
Right. So they can't even sacrifice to Yahweh Shem Yahweh. So yeah, that's a good point. You know, but this is primarily talking about our people. You know, see, we have the spirit to know when it's talking about our people and when it's not.
Yup.
You know, and most of these scriptures are because this book is given to Israel. You
That's
know,
right.
the Israelites. It said, and I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils. See, that's what I'm talking about. You know, the Lord is saying basically that I'm not for y'all having fellowship with devils. That's obviously not talking about heathen nations. He's talking to Israelites.
Yup.
You know, because you know, again, the Lord is not dealing with these heathen nations. He's not dealing with Esau. You know, the law, of course, again, was given to us. You know, and when he sees us going off, he's like, I don't appreciate y'all having. I don't appreciate y'all having fellowship with with devils. So I'm going to destroy y'all. You know, the scriptures like Nahum 1:3, 1:2, 1:3 or 2, something like that, said the Lord is a jealous God. You know, and who is he talking to? He's talking to Israel. Okay, so you go ahead and get your scripture.
All right. This is Jeremiah 16:20. It says, shall a man make gods unto himself, and they are no gods?
Right. Read that again.
Shall a man make gods unto himself?
But shall a man make gods unto himself? Right. Go ahead.
And they are no gods?
What's that saying? Oh, like people, they like follow. They like following the sun god, you know, and they make gods unto them own selves. Like, you know, they make up things like, you know, like man-made shit. You know, like that hell shit.
That fake doctrine.
Yeah, that fake. Basically, yeah. Again, yeah. Like you're right. Like fake, like false doctrines. That's what that is.
Wine.
And I'm getting ready to get that. The wine of this. And let me get that real quick. Actually, you know, they said that they ain't no, you know, they're not gods. You know, they're not gods. At least not like me.
Right.
Revelation 18:3. It said, "For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication." So that's not just our people. That's all nations. Like when you have them East Indians come in here, come here. They start wearing pants. They start acting like the nigga woman. You know,
Any nation does. Any nation outside of this place that comes here.
Yeah.
Any continent outside this place that comes here, they're gonna follow the ways of this place.
Right. So they start wearing pants. They start acting like, you know, they start acting a fool. You know, it's the same thing with them when the men come here. When their men come here, they start getting all soft. They start getting scared.
Start getting fat.
They start getting they eating.
They're about to say a lot of them will start eating.
Yeah, you know.
Gooks is like gooks. I seen a few big gooks.
And gooks ain't usually fat.
Yeah, I'm like it wasn't a good big either. It was a sloppy big.
Yeah, they not usually fat like that. Nope. You know, like not usually. You may have a few, but they're not like them sumos. But I mean, they get when sumos, right. It's like when they get here, they get sloppy. They spread out. Them Hispanics, man, they just spread out.
Yeah,
you know,
that shows you the difference between an actual sumo wrestler and the actual fat person. As far as some Asians, or I think sumo wrestlers are Japanese. Either one. They kind of. But here they get fat and sloppy.
Yeah.
Sumo wrestlers are kind of fat and a little bit sloppy, but they have muscle with them. They can walk around.
They can walk around.
Pull up someone that's their weight and actually drop them. So there's a big difference between their sumo wrestlers and what we see here is a bunch of sumos.
Yeah, and then there are women, you know, some of their women, like it's mainly Hispanics I'm looking at.
Yeah.
You know, they short, you know, they come here, you know, you see pictures of them over there in their area. Mm-hmm. They all small, they look pretty good. You know, there ain't nothing wrong with being big because, hey, well, I mean, hell, we not the smallest either. But God, I mean, when you get sloppy, you should, man, you know, but then you hear, You know, they
the
get
women
here.
turn out. The women spread as long as a pillow.
Yeah, I mean, shit, a pillow.
I'm just being nice. For
Like they got this damn TV stand under their shirt.
God damn.
You know, I can't believe it said they got a refrigerator sitting here. They look like they got refrigerators under their shirt. You know,
Mini fridges.
you know, and then they got that big ass trash can right there.
Oh shit.
You know, and I seen one video. You know, guys were saying they not GMS. You know, they were saying that women walking around here looking like SUVs and shit. You know, you know.
Damn.
With thongs on.
With thongs on and shit. You know, that's what happens when you come to America, man, and in the world in general, because the world in general is just out of order, man. You know, all nations. That's going. All nations have drunken the wrath of the fornication, man. The wine, and like you said, that's mentioned in that wine. And when you go to back to that scripture, the wine is those false doctrines you read in that Jeremiah. What was it, Jeremiah 16:20? You know, and it said that there are no gods. So when you worshiping the black woman, you know, that bitch ain't no fucking god. Okay, you worship this. You know, you worship the sun god. That's a false doctrine, man. That's a false doctrine. Now lead it to the heathen. I'm talking about Israelites, man, because the heathens, like I said, it has nothing to do with them. Right.
No part.
Right. They have no part at all. You know. It said, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. You know, so that's what happens. You start living deliciously, and that's what's going to bring a lot of a lot of trouble. You know,
And it's also going to bring a lot of people to that chip.
That's what I was getting ready to get at. It's going to bring a lot of trouble. You know, before that chip, it's going to bring a lot of trouble. Like, you know, people can't be living all deliciously no more.
Nope.
You know, you give them social media, because you know eventually YouTube is going to shut down eventually. We don't know how long it's going to be, but YouTube is going to shut down. You know, YouTube is like the center of folly. You know,
Where everything is able to be put up.
right? You know, now they got Facebook, they got Instagram, you know, they got Twitter. You know, and whatever else they got out there. You know, when Esau decides to take that shit away, Jacob's gonna have a fit. They gonna have chaos.
Yep.
You know,
As we have seen before.
and what's that going to do? When they take it away, it's like the only way. You know, they're gonna bring it out to like where the only way you're gonna get this back is to get that chip. You know, they let Jake enjoy it so much to the point now is when they take it away, Jake had got no choice but to take that chip if they want it back. You know, cattle. You know, they cattle. You know, and them Jews, man. See, this is why them Jews gotta pay. You know, this is why Esau gotta pay in general.
Isaiah 14:21.
Yeah,
That's all that comes to mind.
prepare slaughter. You know,
For the children and the iniquities of their fathers, so they do not rise nor possess the land.
exactly,
And we can see why.
exactly.
Because if this was still left to Esau to possess this land, as we can see right now, it's already getting worse.
Yeah.
Which ultimately is through the Lord. But let's say the Lord actually just lets Esau have this place.
Oh boy.
It wouldn't be livable.
Oh, we already already got to walk around with masks. Imagine, like you said, imagine what.
Imagine walking around with an oxygen tank.
Oh boy, Esau running this place. Oh my goodness. And see what what Esau don't realize is, you know, they run it. You know, like the elites, they run it only through the Lord.
Yep.
You know, when they release like a disease like the corona, you know, the corona has been mentioned on this movie. I can't remember the video. Brother posted a video on it. I looked at it a little bit yesterday. The corona been mentioned 2 years ago, 2018, it was on an Asian movie, and they said it's like SARS, it's like MERS, it's just like that. But they said somebody tweaked it, and they actually said corona. They actually said coronavirus in that movie. And this was 2 years ago.
Funny as shit.
This was 2 years ago. Somebody was laying there dead, blood all everywhere and shit. I guess that's how they wanted people to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you know, the elites don't realize that the Lord is still in control of that coronavirus.
Yep.
You know, Because if the Lord wanted that shit to kill people, he would have.
It would have.
And it is killing people.
Just not fast enough.
Yeah, it's just not fast enough for Esau,
People,
but it's fast enough for the Lord.
It's fast enough to get people to have it, but not to kill them.
Right. Hey man, it don't matter what you people do, y'all are not going to stop the Lord's plans. You know? Y'all are not going to stop the Lord's plans. You know? Y'all can work together all you want. You could quarantine all you want. Y'all ain't going to stop it, man. Y'all ain't going to stop it. You know, you can force everybody to stay in their houses, don't go out for nothing for the next 2 weeks. And have double the cases than you already had when everybody was out. That's, you know, the Lord can do anything he want. The Lord can do anything he want.
And I wouldn't be surprised if that actually is happening.
Yeah. Well, they said California, their cases start to slow down because they social distancing or whatever. I'm like, people in Baltimore have been social distancing since I don't know when, and the cases have picked up. So yeah, you're right. This shit is happening. You know, now they talk about a stay at home order unless you absolutely, you know,
Need to go out for necessary things.
yeah, walk or whatever else. You know, man, this place is fucked up.
Yes, we currently live in it.
You know, so, you know, this video was supposed to be shorter, but hey, man, I think every video so far I've been saying that the videos were supposed to be short, and they never really are.
It's the spirit of
It
the
just
Lord.
drags
That's-
up, which is funny.
That's
But,
just
hey,
the
so-
spirit.
right?
That's just the spirit. I know I don't be sitting there watching a hour long video. I can't even sit there and watch sometimes 20 minutes sometimes. But you know, it is what it is. You know, for edification, that's just what it is. So on that, shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.